Hey everybody, alright, I'm back for part 2. So if you guys watched the first video, thank you very much. That was just the, there were some game warns. I don't want to say that was like the lesser of the submission that I had, but these cards right here are the big boys. These are the ones that I have been, the reason why I've been silent on YouTube. I have been picking up all these cards over the summer, holding on to them, finally got around, summer slowed down, whatnot. Had the chance to actually take some time, sit, clean them all, and submit them, send them out. So you guys are going to see some sweet cards. I'm going to start off with one that's not game worn, and then every single other card that I get into, with the exception of I think just 2 flawless autos, everything is game worn, which is wild. So here's the other Ronde Barber card from the last video I was trying to find. Here it is, but it's player worn. It is a 101 from National Treasures, and it is sweet. It's an absolutely gorgeous card. The card is so clean. I think this is my second Ronde Laundry Tag, third Ronde 1 of 1. I have a 1 of 1 Nike swoosh, and now this is my second laundry tag of his. So I have the monikers from Limited, and now the National Treasures laundry tag, plus the gold standard orange Nike swoosh. So I'm not sure why I think maybe they're considering that like a smudge, even though it's not. Maybe that's why the auto didn't grade. So if you guys don't know, or if you're new to collecting or whatnot, SGC will not grade an auto if it is not a 10. So that's why sometimes you'll see, like, if it just has a card grade and it doesn't have the auto grade next to it, it doesn't mean that they forgot to grade it. It just means that the auto is not a 10. So they don't put an auto grade on there at all. That's all that means. So it could be a 9, it could be an 8, who knows? But they will not grade it if it's not a 10, which I actually kind of like. So in order to grade, it has to be completely a pristine auto, which I think is really, really cool. I get some people might get bummed out over not having the auto grade up there, but I think it's pretty cool. It makes the card a little more valuable in my eyes if it is a 10 auto. So that is the Ronde player worn laundry tag. So moving on, I will show you they're 2 Ohio State cards. The first one is this beautiful out of 10 Chris Carter. There was something wrong with this card. I know the centering's off. There's something else that was wrong with this card. I think this card might be like an 8.5, maybe an 8. I'm not totally sure, but let's see. Yeah, okay, 8.5. Again, the auto wasn't perfect. So I've also noticed with them, if these guys don't have a solid marker line through, so this auto is not messed up in the slightest. There is no smudging. There's nothing wrong with the auto. The only thing with the auto is that when he was finishing his signature or starting the second C, the line didn't carry through because either he didn't have enough pressure on the marker, whatever the case was. But because of that, they won't grade the auto because it's not a 10. So they are sticklers on autos, which again, I love. I like it. I don't think that, they should be handing out grades left and right. It is nice to get the 10s. It is nice to get the 9.5s, but it's what keeps us on our toes. It keeps you guessing. It's fun to grade for that reason, because it's the unknown, But this is a really cool card. I've been searching for a Chris Carter Ohio State card for a while, and finally found one in a Facebook group that I'm on. And yeah, so this one's been with me for, I think, probably since the last submission, back since like June, maybe May. I just haven't gotten the chance to send it out, but that was a fun pickup. And then the next one was another one that you don't see his stuff come up at all. He was in one Panini product, and that was flawless. Chris Spielman. And sweet. Yep, that's really cool. 4 out of 15, 10-10, Chris Spielman. Him, like the old-timers. So the Chris Carter, the Chris Spielman, the old-timers, you don't really see them in college products. So when you can actually get a hold of them with a college uniform on, it's super cool. They're campus heroes, campus legends. So, they may not have been big names in the NFL. I'm not, obviously. Chris Carter is one of the best receivers in NFL history, but a guy like Spielman, who, a lot of people may not know, for an Ohio State collector, it's a really fun card to have. So I love when Panini throws in players like this, like the campus heroes. I think that's really, really cool. But yeah, cool dual 10 on that. So the next one is 2022 Tier 1 Scott Roland Toronto Blue Jays patch. Now, I told you that the Jackie Robinson Day Topps Dynasty Phillies patch is my favorite Scott Roland card I own right now. The next one that I'm going to show you might trump that. I'm not totally sure. This is just cool because he's now being put into modern day products. You know, the 1997 Bowman's Best, even like 2004, 2005 Leaf Limited, he was put into those products, but now Scott Rowland's actually being put into modern day Topps products, and it's all game worn and it's sick. So this is a Blue Jays patch. It's just a disgusting card. This silver on the uniform actually like glistens. I'm not picking it up too much on the camera, but in person it actually glistens. So it's a really, really cool patch. He wasn't in Toronto all that long, so I'm ultimately trying to get, Cardinals, Phillies, Blue Jays, Reds. I'm trying to have one. I hope that he gets released in all his uniforms throughout these products, so it's a little easier to collect, but I'll be chasing it nonetheless. So I'll share those with you guys too as they come in. But yeah, just a really cool look. And I love 2022 Topps Tier 1. Absolutely love the look of them this year. They really did a good job. Really, really good job. Kudos to Topps this year for the Tier 1 design. Not on the price point, because the price point for this is a case hit. So the price point for Tier 1 is absolutely ridiculous, but all hobby boxes are right now, so that's fine. This rivals the other one that I was talking about. So this is letter patch. This is the R on Roland's jersey on the Phillies jersey. And I'm really hoping, this card was so clean, I am really hoping this is 9.5 or higher. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a 10 because you can see the centering here, but the edges were clean, the corners were clean, the surface was clean. Looks like there's a little whiting down here. But let's see. Oh, that's a beauty. Yeah, this card is... So apparently they did release his entire last name. I know one sold, and I'm pissed because I missed it. I didn't even see the auction, but one did end. I think it was an E in his last name, so I could have the R and the E right now. So I'm going to need the other 4 letters eventually. So if you guys, or if anybody you know or have seen the nameplate for the back of his jersey, I will buy it in a heartbeat. Just hit me up, message me on Instagram, leave a comment in the video. If you guys know of somebody, have seen this, know of somebody who has it, please, please, please let me know. I would love to take it off of your hands. So yeah, this and the other Scott are easily the 2 favorite cards of his that I have in my collection. Hands down. It's just, it's so cool. The retro Phillies jersey. That's their away gray road jersey. All right, now we're getting into the big boys. So I have posted these. These are both immaculate. They're both Gino, but they're just super fun cards. So this is the 97 on the top of his shoulder, where his shoulder pad would be. Game use, dirty patch, which is absolutely sick. I'm a huge Gino Atkins fan. I don't know. I like random players. I don't know. There's really no rhyme or reason why I like certain players, but Gino Atkins is somebody that I absolutely love. So here's another one, 2017 patch from the 50 year, from the anniversary patch. Again, dirty. This one was really cool to feel. But I'm not mad that they're 9s. They're just fun cards. They're just super, super fun cards. So 16 and 18, immaculate. I think Gino actually has a solid shot at making the Hall of Fame. I really do. I know that might be outlandish to say, but I think he's got a solid shot. And I think it'll be cool if he actually gets in. He was a stalwart for years trying to run on that man. Him pursuing quarterbacks, him and Carlos Dunlap, that was a tough duo to get by. But moving on, so now we're into every single thing you're going to see from here on out. This entire stack right here, including Vin, is flawless, game worn. Everything is flawless, game worn from like 14, 15, 16. I think there's 120 in here, 1 or 2 20s in here, but they're all game worn. So kickers are people too. People tend to forget about that. Everybody goes after QBs, but they do put kickers in, so it's fun. And to have, the greatest, in my opinion, the most clutch kicker of all time. You could put Senurud in there, Seabass, Justin Tucker. Maybe I'm biased towards Vinatieri because I watched him my entire life, but Dude was amazing. That's sweet. That's sweet in a dual 10. Very nice. Yep, game worn momentous auto. That's really, really cool. Awesome. 2-color patch auto. Very cool. So that one was a fun little pickup. I had fun buying that one. Next, we're going to go with Randall Cunningham. I got this one from somebody on Instagram that I talk to pretty frequently. He had a couple of these. I've bought from him a couple times. I think I got another Randall from him one time, and I got one of my DJs from him. So this is one of the Randalls that I picked up from him. Oh, that's a beauty too. 14 out of 20 gold, 3-color game use patch auto from the retro jerseys. The old retro Eagles jerseys. Gorgeous. So the 10.95 on that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous card. Sweet. And if you guys didn't see down here, game worn used. Oh, that makes me happy. So a 10 and a 9.5 on the game used flawless. We're starting out hard. I like to see that. That's tough right there. That's nice. We like to see that a lot. I put this one up not too long ago on Insta. Game used. My eyes, he was a very underrated rusher. I know injuries got the best of him towards the end of his career, but when he was healthy, you're talking 1,200 yards, 300, 400 receiving yards, and like 10, 12 touchdowns a year. So if he could have played for another 5 years, you could mark him down in black ink for the Hall of Fame. But injuries got the best of him, slowed him up. Unfortunately, another great player that was taken from the game too soon. But this was a cool card. Very, very cool card. The 2016 Greats, the horizontal 2016 Greats series is my absolute favorite set of cards within the Flawless product. The cards are so clean. The pictures are great. The patches are great. Everything about these cards, I wish the Panini would go back to making cards like this. I really, really do. This is when card collecting was great. So, not that it's not now, but I think some things have to change within the hobby, that's for sure. So that's a cool one. Here's another really, really cool pickup that I got. Howie Long game used. His stuff, I've never seen a card of his come up in terms of like a Flawless National Treasures game used. So, jumped all over this one. Close game used. So, 3-color Raiders out of 3, which is absolutely sick. And I love the fact that he put he's another one whose auto is super clean. I love the fact that he puts his number next to his auto. So that was a fun one to pick up. Super low numbered, super short print. This one is really cool. So this is from 20 Flawless. So this is, I think Cunningham was 20 Flawless too. What year was he? Yep, he was 22. So this Tre'Davious White is 20 Flawless. So all hope's not abandoned. They have put game used in modern products. It is now just super hard to find. So here's game worn used of Tre'Davious White. This is an Emerald Laundry Tag, and the card is absolutely sick, and it's a 9.5. That's awesome. Yeah, game used laundry tags. Laundry tags to begin with are super hard to find, super cool to collect. But the game used ones, yeah, I was not letting this one slip away. I hope he comes back stronger than before. He was, he's a lockdown corner. He's great, but Achilles injury, or was it an ACL? It was an ACL. Regardless, I hope that he has a great comeback. He's out. I think they've already ruled him out for like the first 6 games of this year or something, but I hope he comes back stronger than before. It's on the case. So very cool card. Next one. Another NFL legend, an old-timer, Randy White. It pains me to have a Cowboys auto, but I don't know. It's, even if I found like a Jason Witten, which I was looking at a Jason Witten card, unfortunately I was busy when the auction ended, so, I couldn't pick it up, but the Randy White, this I picked up at National as well. I picked this up with the Justin Fields from RBI Crew? Yeah, from RBI Crew. Super, super awesome dudes. and they hooked me up with this one. So it pains me to have Cowboys, but you know, when you're getting things from the 70s, like game worn from the 1970s, it's super hard to pass it up. So this one is super cool. I'm not too sure why the auto didn't grade. Maybe because the gap in the R right there, or the H R. Jesus, yeah. But it's just a sick first year flawless 5 out of 15 Ruby. Just an absolutely sick card. Again, another one that is super tough to pass up. Like you can't pass up patch autos like that, especially when they're game worn from the 70s and 80s. You physically cannot at a decent price. Impossible to pass up. So that one was fun to add. Moving right along, modern day. So this one is from 18 Flawless, game used Keenan Allen. You want to talk about a dude who I think has a legitimate shot at the Hall of Fame? You're looking at him right here. He, you know, if he can put together maybe 3-4 more years of 1,000 yards, maybe like 7 touchdowns a year, I think we're talking legitimate consideration for the Hall of Fame for him. This one is super cool because of it's the Chargers. Again, like the Anquan Bolden 49ers, it's the Chargers from across the front of the chest. But yeah, this was a fun pickup. Only a 9, super soft corners on this, unfortunately. But, you know, he's a great receiver, one of my favorites in the league right now. And I think he's going to have a hell of a year with Herbert this year. Beast mode. Beast mode, yeah. Try to find his stuff. You're going to be paying out the nose for his stuff. And this one was fun to win at an auction. I think I won this by $2. Legitimately won it by $2. Impossible to find it, but was able to pick it up. Super off-centered. Probably going to throw it down to like an 8.5. Don't care. Game used. Seahawks jersey. And yeah, it's an 8.5. Kind of a, you know, not so nice auto, but it's still game use flawless from Marshawn, from one of the all-time greatest running backs and one of the all-time greatest characters on and off the field. So that makes it even more fun to collect. But it's a really sick patch, and I love the fact that, again, it's super low numbered out of 5, and that's from 16 Flawless. So now we're getting into, not that Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch and the other guys aren't super big, kind of foreshadowing on that. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? 5 left? Yeah. The last 5 guys that you're going to see are probably 5 of the best of all time. But first, from 14 Flawless, Richard Sherman game used, Marshawn's teammate. This card is absolutely sick. First year Flawless. I wish the designs would go back to looking like this. I wish everything was game worn. Like I said, things need to change in the hobby. They need to go back. They have the money. The hobby is booming. They need to get their stuff together and start releasing more game worn. But that's that. That's a pretty cool card. I was foreshadowing it, and here it is. Adrian Peterson game worn. So if you try to find his stuff from 15 Flawless, what you're going to find is that the auto is on the jersey. Like, it's on the patch. It's certified. It's a certified auto, certified game worn patch from Panini, but he signed on the actual patch. This one's not. This one's actually on card, which is super cool. A little bit of dirt on the patch, which is super cool too, on the yellow, on the white right there. One of the purple uniforms, but yeah, it's out of 15, and it is just a sick card. So I'm super stoked with this one. I'll be putting all these up. I haven't put these guys up particularly yet on Instagram. I've been waiting until I got them back, but I'll put all these guys up soon, so you guys will see these come out. Next up, Steve Young. I got this one literally right after Nationals. I got it off of eBay. Card Collecting 101 is the account that I got it from. Super easy transaction with him. This is a sapphire or blue out of 15 Flawless, 3-color patch auto. So that was a super cool card to own too. Between Peterson, Steve Young, and you guys will see the rest. These cards, to be able to have these cards is honestly an honor to own. some of the greatest players of all time. So it's been fun buying all these up and collecting them. You guys have seen this one before. This is my pride and joy. I am praying for a 9.5 or a 10 on this. So this is my Brown Urlacher Emerald out of 5. And it is a 10.95. Let's go. Look at that. That is so pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. The GSH patch on the side of the jersey. Won this one. This is another one. I won this by 50 cents. I am not kidding. The auction ended. I won this card by 50 cents at auction. I got it for, at the time, I thought it was a steal. Now that it's a 10.95, I think it's even more of a steal. Trust me, busting these out of the sealed flawless cases is nerve-wracking. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're going to get them encased, obviously. But even then, you run the risk of, like Steve Young. This was encased, and I busted it out. It's a 9. The auto didn't grade. But you know what? It is what it is. I enjoy doing it, and that's that. So that's my pride and joy right there. That card is one of my ultimate favorites. Second to last, Jerry Rice. Greatest receiver of all time. I mean, him or Randy Moss, 1 and 2, can't really complain, but let's see what this did. 10.95 on the Jerry, too. Let's go. What a duo to have, man. Look at that. Look at those 2 cards. Game worn from Jerry, both from 15 flawless. Blue and an emerald. It doesn't get much better than that. That makes me so stoked. That is so stoked. Any clues game used down here? Best to ever do it right there. The goat receiver right there. That's a beauty. And then last but not least, people have their opinions on the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Dan Marino, Elway, Young, Montana, Brady, Manning, not even Favre, Rodgers maybe, Breeze maybe. Marino will always be cemented as one of the top 5 quarterbacks. And I did this. You guys probably know him. 5-star collector on Instagram. Great dude. Made a trade with him for some Brewers cards. Actually did this straight up with like a minor amount of cash. And I cannot wait to see what this one graded. Oh, let's go. The dual 10. The dual 10 on the Ruby. Oh my goodness. So, well, that is a way to cap a video off there. That is absolutely gorgeous. Shout out to 5-star collectors. Shout out to SGC for getting these cards back within a week. You guys are awesome. Everybody who has followed my channel, everybody who's subscribed, who's liked the video, who's taken the time to watch, I cannot thank you guys enough. I never thought that my Instagram account would have over 1,300 followers. I never thought that my videos would have 1,500 views, 2,500 views. I never thought it was possible. So I literally did this just to share my collection. Did not know I would have that big of a following so quickly. So I'm looking forward to big things in the future. I cannot wait to keep showing my collection with all of you guys. So leave your comments below. Let me know how you liked the return. Let me know how you liked all the game used. And let me know what you guys want to see me collect, what you want to see me do next. I will be releasing a video on how I submit to SGC, so be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, y'all take it easy. Y'all have a good one. Be safe out there, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.